We're back. Mornings with Sharp and Hanley. Here's Gary, Nick, and Jimmy on 1620 The Zone.
All right, before we get to our in-studio guest, again, now everybody across college athletics, all the Texas A&M media are reporting the same thing, that Texas A&M is going to name Trev Alberts as the new athletic director. He will leave Nebraska. Ross Bjork left Texas A&M to go to Ohio State. We know how large the money and the athletic department is in College Station. Ask Bill Byrne about that. He left from Nebraska. And now Trev Alberts, who his name was being mentioned last week, but I could never find anybody that was like, yeah, this is real.
Yeah.
So you weren't believing it. Now it's real, and the timing is terrible for Nebraska.
Yeah.
All right. We are going to get back to that because we owe our good friend. What personality will you be using in this interview, by the way?
Let's go with Nick Batters, but no promises on where we land at the end of the season.
So Nick Batters, who is about to begin his second year as the voice of the Omaha Storm Chasers, fine graduate of the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism at Arizona State, fine graduate of ASU.
Works up.
Livermore, California native.
Yeah.
His parents, or his mom and his sister, were very popular last year. They went to an A's Royals game, got on TV.
Oh,
yeah.
Helps to have connection.
There you go.
But also has done minor league baseball. This is what, your 8th year of minor league baseball?
Yeah.
Been in the Australian Baseball League. All around great guy. We love to have him here in Omaha. Did a great job last year. And you'll get to hear him more this year because you guys have a special announcement along with NRG Media this morning.
Yeah, no, we're really excited. When I came here, the question that I got asked the most, because when I joined the Storm Chasers, we went to a streaming-only platform, and everyone wanted to know why. And, okay, now that you guys are on a streaming platform, when are you going to be back on an actual radio station? And that was feedback we heard a lot over the course of the past season. Myself, our leadership with our GM, Lori, our president, Marty. So we sat down this off season and we looked at, okay, what can we do to make something happen? So here now, really excited to announce that Storm Chasers games in 2024 will be on News Talk 1290 KOIL. So
yeah, news.
Storm Chasers baseball is back on the radio. We're really excited.
Baseball should be on the radio. We already have the Kansas City Royals. We do have a longtime relationship with the Storm Chasers. We got Creighton baseball on the radio, and it's going to be fantastic to have spring in the summer and be able to hear your voice over on 1290.
Gosh, I can't wait. It won't be the entire schedule. 150 games in a minor league season is a whole lot. We have 100 dates locked in right now, and we're looking to probably add 20 more over the course of the year. It's going to be a lot of those night games, whether it's the 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, or 6:30 starts during the week on the weekends, and we'll add some of those weekend afternoon games as the season goes on.
Yeah, we're just a couple of weeks away too.
Yeah,
from
we're
debuting the broadcast, and I should say not debuting the broadcast because we've had it on before, but debuting on 1290 Coil, and you're now our listeners get a chance to hear you as well. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, Friday, March 29th, the season opens. It gets earlier and earlier every year.
It is, and it's the Iowa Cubs that will be here. Also, I brought up one part of the early part of the schedule. Paul Skeens will be in Indianapolis. They come here in the middle of April for a 6-game set, so there's a good chance you'll see the LSU flamethrower back in Omaha. This time we're
hoping he'll be in Indianapolis. The Pirates haven't announced where he'll start the season.
We need that for the gate.
Our marketing director, Houston, is a huge Pirates fan, and so he's anxiously waiting on the edge of his seat to see if we'll have Paul Skeens at Warner Park at the end of April.
So for people that have followed the Storm Chasers here in the offseason, that's why I asked Nick what personality we're going to do. Fantastic job. By the way, the Oscars were on Sunday. I know they give out some awards for promotions in minor league baseball. You should be front and center with the promotional schedule release that you guys did a couple of weeks ago with your other personality.
Yeah, Trick Gooders came out to social media a couple of weeks ago. We're hoping it'll win a golden bobblehead in minor league. That's minor league baseball's version of the Oscars, the golden bobbleheads at the end of season wrap up event in Las Vegas in October. So fingers crossed it works for a golden bobblehead, or we'll look at some of the local Emmy categories and see if there's one we fit into.
So you told us off air because people loved it. I mean, all across the minor league baseball, all across Omaha, getting excited for the season. You guys are shooting one tomorrow?
Yeah, so Trick Gooders isn't going anywhere. He's sticking around for a little bit. So we have another video planned with him, and then Like if that does well, then maybe we'll keep it going all season.
Nick, this is a great time to again have radio bringing the Storm Chasers baseball here, this product, because as we're seeing, whether it was Bobby Wood Jr. a couple of years ago, Prado, he's seen a lot of those young, talented players coming through Omaha and now having a chance not only to see them at Warner Park, but also to hear you kind of bringing a little bit more of their development and describing that and just something that we all love on the radio too in the game of baseball. This is a fun time to be having this back.
Oh, this is exciting. I've been working on the media guide for a lot of the offseason for the Storm Chasers, and part of that is writing bios of players that we might see with the Storm Chasers. And it's going to be tough because the Royals added a lot of players in the offseason, so chances are a good portion of our roster to start the year are guys that spent a good chunk of time in Kansas City the past couple of years, but there are a lot of good prospects really knocking on the doorstep of Warner Park, whether it's like a Caden Wallace, who obviously had a couple of really good years at the University of Arkansas. Some of those top pitching prospects are probably going to get to Double-A next year, so maybe a chance we see them in the next year or two, whether it's a first-round pick like Gavin Cross. So many big names that might roll through Warner Park this year. It's really exciting.
And we know the roster is, what it is, and if you have injuries up in the big leagues, then your AAA roster takes a hit. One thing that is consistent, and he's one of the great guys in the history of that organization, it's great to have Jersh back for another year.
Oh my goodness. I could not be more excited to have Jersh back. When I worked in the AA Texas League, he was our bench coach in Northwest Arkansas. And that was just a treat. He was there to help kind of mentor the coaches and work with the infielders. And I was a little surprised when I found out he was coming back to Omaha last year, but he's just an absolute treat to work with. The Royals do a good job of surrounding him with an awesome support staff. He won his 1,000th game in Omaha last year. It's remarkable. And you're right, one of the all-time nicest guys in the game. The players love him. The staff love him, and he'll stay around until the Royals kick him.
Besides the big announcement, and by the way, we have people asking about the stash.
Yeah,
you going to stick with it?
It's good.
We'll see. I grew out the stash for the Trick Gooders sketch. Same with the hair. My girlfriend likes both, so we're gonna. I guess we'll keep rolling with them.
Some actors are told like you got to put on 40 pounds for a role. When do they come to you and say, "Hey, you got to grow"?
We started kind of ideating this in November, December. How do we want to release the promotional schedule? We were thinking those like cheesy car commercials, and we're like, okay, what does this character look like? And I had joked about using the name Trick Gooders as a burner account years and years ago. I can't do that now, but we're like, he has like a cheesy mustache, and he's probably a little scraggly and not completely put together. So that's how this came together, and I guess I have to roll with it now.
Love it. You're committed to the role. You're committed to the role. Yes. So we mentioned during off the air, you're going to get out to Arizona to finally see the guys and see how it's looking now in spring training. It's crazy to think we're only a couple weeks into it. We know we've got the Soul Games next week on the 20th, so the season is here.
Oh, it's just around the corner, and I'm excited to see the spring breakout game on Sunday. It'll be the Royals' top prospects playing against the Brewers' top prospects. That was a big reason for why I timed my trip the way I did. And then part of it will be the Royals have to make some tough decisions with the roster over the next couple of weeks, and I'm guessing I'll probably be in Arizona when some of those decisions are made. It'll just be good to catch up with everyone, talk with Jersh.
So the exciting news this morning, if you're just tuning in, yes, there is the news about Trev Alberts going to Texas A&M, and Nick Batter's coming in the studio to announce that the Storm Chasers are back on the radio. As of right now, 120 games over on News Talk 1290 Quill. As we get closer to opening day and people see the countdown, and the Iowa Cubs are going to be here on a Friday night and March 29th, early start. What else can we look forward to, whether it be promotion or new things at the ballpark for the 24 season?
Oh, there's so much. The promotional schedule is jam-packed this year. One of the new exciting daily promotions, Wednesdays are going to be a carnival. So they're going to be 6 Wednesdays this year where the Storm Chasers are wearing their corn jerseys. And we're going to have kind of a carnival atmosphere. We've organized a bunch of like carnival games to be at Warner Park. So you can come out, play these games and win prizes, maybe some specialty food items over the course of the year. And then the promotional schedule is incredible. I don't know if you guys remember the John Rave catch back in August where he bobbled the ball on the warning track. Maybe it touched the wall, maybe it didn't. It counted as a catch, but it went viral on social media, and we have a bobblehead replicating that. We worked with John, the wrist bobbles too, so it's not just the head. He's kind of falling back. A Bob Gibson bobblehead, Omaha native.
Oh, nice.
It's super exciting, all that we have going on. There aren't going to be many days at the ballpark where there isn't something happening.
We got our Thursday staple back as well.
Thrifty Thursdays. Yeah.
Oh,
so
thrifty.
Thrifty
Okay,
Thursdays. Yeah.
thrifty,
So
all right.
we don't want to commit to a certain price or a certain concession item.
Okay.
A lot of concession discounts, some alcohol, soda, different concession items.
I like it.
Hot dogs, popcorn, maybe. We'll see.
It's all inclusive. I love
can't
it.
wait. This is going to be another fun year out at the ballpark, and a lot of new faces playing for the Storm Chasers. So it'll be a lot of fun. But man, we're so happy. We've had a great relationship. You got Connor and myself are out there a lot at the ballpark working for the Storm Chasers. So I'm glad that people get to hear you because you're really good at your craft.
Thank you.
And baseball's supposed to be on the radio, and I know people will enjoy listening to your style and getting to know more about this team.
I appreciate it. And it's a credit to our leadership, our president, Marty Cordero, our CFO, Lori Schlender, our owner, Gary Green, for committing to make this happen again, working with the great folks at NRG, Mark, Stacy, everyone. I'm glad that we were able to come together and make something happen for the Storm Chaser fans.
Hey, thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you in a couple weeks.
Likewise.
That's Nick Batters, who is the voice now in his second year as the voice of the Omaha Storm Chasers. And you'll be able to hear a lot of Nick over on News Talk 1290 Coil this upcoming season. The Storm Chasers open up at home against the Iowa Cubs. It's the earliest Iowa has been here. Usually you have to wait until June, and they're only here for a little bit. But they come in for opening night on March 29th, and we'll have much more before we get to that Friday night. Thanks again, Nick.
Gary, Nick, appreciate it.
Take a quick break. We'll come back. The story of the day that has just broke at the top of the hour. It is now being confirmed all over the place. I'll tell you when I come back, just texting with people that are in that business. Trev Alberts is going to be the new athletic director at Texas A&M. If you had your bingo card when you got up this morning, you probably would have had Bad Take Doug talking about the service at the Chai and Trev Alberts being the new athletic director at Texas A&M.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back, Gary.
Yeah. Good to be back, huh? You want to go back to the Falls?
Wow, this is across the board in the industry. People are stunned.
Yep.
And then some are like, this makes perfect